Hi you guys, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I hope that all is well. So I wanted to get on today and I wanted to talk about what happens when we're elevating, what takes place when we're elevating. So we all know that, when we are elevating, going to a new level, we are leaving the old and approaching and going into the new. We know that the biggest thing is, things become heavy. It seems like a lot of things are going on. It seems like things are just out of control. People are out of control. It just feels like almost like you're going backwards. But just to reassure you that you're actually right where you need to be, moving forward. God has to strip out the old to give you something new. So the biggest thing that, we get so frustrated about and we fail to realize and remember, when we are elevating, the enemy will be exposed. So at any points and access in our lives, the enemy has to be exposed because we need to know certain things and we need to set certain things into play. And we need to know who we need to connect to and who we need to disconnect to, in our upcoming season, so that we're not attached to something or someone that is, dead spiritually, and that can affect, where you're going and your fruit just in general, within your circle. So we know that, many times, we've had people around us. It's sometimes that we've known people from very young ages. Maybe we've known people from 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. Some people 20 plus years, depending on your age. But we know that, sometimes we feel like just because someone has been in our circle for so long, we have become complacent and comfortable with them. We turn an eye to them because we feel like just because they have been around for so long, we take our guard down. And we don't think twice about something that they could do or would do or have been doing. We just don't think that way. Our minds is elsewhere, just to be honest. But just because someone has been in our circle for so long, that does not mean that they have been in our corners. And what does that mean? We all know that the closest enemy that we have is literally the person that is closest to you. And sometimes people never know that until a situation happens and they are just blown out of the water because it was the least person that they expected to do something like that to them. And sometimes, we don't know that's going to happen, or we don't know a person is feeling that way or doing something. And sometimes we just don't know, honestly. And sometimes, we're just not paying attention to it because, they have been, or we have been comfortable with the person. We think, that's just how they are. We're not thinking, people have those type of motives and will stick around that long to get as much information as they can to try to plot and plan against you. But it's true, it happens, it sucks, but we just have to continue to keep moving forward and continue to keep striving and to continue to keep pressing. So we know that when the enemy, or we want to call them haters, come at us when we're being elevated. When you're being elevated, it's going to be a lot of people coming out of the woodworks, having a lot to say. When you was down and out, nobody wanted to say nothing. They was like, oh, okay, that's good, that's great, oh, okay, let me know if you need anything, and this and that and that and this. They had nothing to say. But once you start doing better, God starts elevating you, and they start seeing, the glory of God on you, and they start seeing, just you doing better, period, and you having more of a positive attitude. They come with so many tricks, treats, plots, plans, because they are so upset that, you know, you are elevating, you're not stuck, you know, where they are. You know, at one point you may have been where they are, but you didn't stay there. You know, as you continue to elevate, you know, some people just don't like that. They get so upset because they feel like, you know, you need to stay where I am because that's what's comfortable for them. And they can't handle, you know, the elevation. Some people don't want to elevate. Some people want to stay where they are, keep doing the same old thing, keep going through the same old cycles because, you know, that's what they're comfortable with and that's what they know and that's what, you know, they've been brought up on. But somebody that's trying to elevate and push past the mark and knock down barriers, you know, they can't be held down. They're not going to stay in a place to where, you know, it's miserable. You know, we know that, you know, misery loves company, and I don't want that type of company, and I'm quite sure you don't want that type of company. So, you know, if you're that person that's trying to elevate and push past, you know, keep pushing because, you know, we know that, you know, we have things to do. We're not going to stay in the poverty mindset. You know, a lot of us, you know, have grown up on, you know, the street life, as in, you know, I want to say 27th Ave or 19th Ave, or we call it the West Side. You know, people have grown up on those lifestyles. You know, some may have been worse than others, but we're not going to stay in those mindsets. Some people are, you know, comfortable with that, and that's fine. You know, do what you do. But, you know, when you come from a background like that, you have a determination that's burning inside of you, you know, that wants to do better, and you're not going to stop until you get it. And then when you get to where you want to be, you're going to press even harder. So